Are you looking for interesting books to read? I'd give Follett ebooks a try. So to find those Follett ebooks, go to Keystone's website and click on the online resources link. And on the left side, you'll see a blue column, and I'm going to scroll down to Follett ebooks. And for this example, I'm going to choose the secondary shelf. And then I'm going to click to log in. But before I do that, let's say I've forgotten my login number. If I'm a student, I can click here and enter my email address. And if Keystone has your email address into our system, which we have many of them, then you will have your login emailed to you. And it will say in the email what your Follett login is. If that doesn't work, then talk to your teacher librarian and ask them to get you a Follett ebook login, and they'll contact Keystone. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Follett shelf, and I'm going to log in. And then my screen will look like this. It always loads with the most recently purchased books that we have. And notice we have over 1,000 titles, and we have multiple copies of each of the books. But I can scroll through here and choose from different ones that I know. And for example, I'm going to choose Boys in the Boat. It's a true story about a young American who decided he needed money for college, and he found out that the way to do that is to get on the rowing team. He had never rowed before in his life, but he ended up having a great experience. And so this is what the cover looks like, and I can click on the arrows and scroll through until I get to the main page. And here's the, these are just credits and information about the book. I could also take my little scroll bar and roll over. If you happen to have a device that has internet connection, you can go to Keystone's website, download an app, or read it directly from the browser. And this is what the book looks like in full form. Now notice over on the left, I can play that. Not all books have audio read aloud, but this one does, so I can have it read to me. But I can also go up to the A up at the top, which is the display, and I can choose, make some different choices. So maybe I want a sepia background, and maybe I want to decrease that font or make it bigger. I can do that. Now, if I were using this on an iPad or a handheld device of some sort, I would have some other choices. And I could actually make this so that there are only like 3 words per screen, per line. And it would be a little more scrolling, but through my device would be easier to do. But I'm recording this off of a regular computer. And then I can bookmark that page if I'd like to. And I can also go here to under book, and I can scroll down to text-to-speech settings. So let's say I don't care for Heather's voice and I want somebody else's. I can choose that, and then I can say speed up the reading too. So, and then click apply. Notice also under the book drop down, I can go to download app. So if I'm on my app, I would go to Keystone's webpage, log in just like I did, and then I would click here to download that app. And then the nice thing about the app is you've got some different display options, but then if you check it out using your app, then when you go somewhere where you don't have an internet connection, you can still read the book. So like on the bus and different places like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to back. And it will take me back to Keystone's main page. Now notice it's got recently read, so it's got that book here because I had it opened up. Also, let's say I log out, which would be over here. If I would log out, then when I go home or the next day, maybe I want that book. And if I've checked it out, it'll be in my book bag up at the top. And then I can get at it that way. But if I just take a book, for example, if I choose Eleanor and Park, I open it up. It's just like going to your library shelf. I haven't actually checked it out yet. If I make a bookmark, I'm going to bookmark that cover, which doesn't make much sense, but I'll do that. Another way to find some interesting books is to look for the Iowa Award winner books. So for example, I could type in Iowa High School Book Award, and I could leave it at that, and I would find all the Iowa High School Book Awards that are for high school students. But if I really want the most recent ones, I can search for those that are just on the nomination list for 2017. Again, it'll take a little bit of time to search that. Maybe I better hit return again. Oh, there we are. And now I've got 7 titles from which to choose. Unbroken is a good World War II story, and so forth. I can also click on this X and clear it. I could type in Iowa Teen Award, and I could type in 2017. Whoops, there it went back. It refreshed. Or maybe I want this past year's. Iowa Teen Award 2016. There should be some there. Let me check that out. Maybe I didn't start it from scratch, but because I know there's some there. And there are 14 titles that are under the Iowa Teen Award for 2016. Or I could refresh or clear my search by clicking on that X. And it's taking me just a little bit of time to do that. But over on the left, I can also search by genre or subject. So I might find subjects that I want to narrow down to. I can scroll through and choose books on these topics. Or I can type my search topic right up in the search bar. So if I want baseball, for example, I can search for that. And any books on that topic will come up. And it looks like I have 11 titles that relate specifically to baseball. If you have any questions on how to use this, please ask your teacher librarian. Thank you.